Hi there, welcome to the second of my 10-minute moans of today. And the topic of this one is an absolutely fantastic idea by the hunting community, who are going to try and claim legal protection as a protected minority. Right? Now, this sounds absolutely stupid, but is absolutely fantastic. It's simple. And it's really, really clever, right? Because if they're successful, then how many other groups that aren't traditionally woke could achieve the same status? It's a great idea, right? Why nobody's thought about this before actually beggars belief in hindsight now that you realise it might be possible. And I've taken the story, I was just browsing through the Telegraph, I pay them about £20 a month, I thought I might as well try and get my money's worth. So I was having a wee look at the Telegraph today online, and this story just jumped out at me, and I thought, what? The headline, hunting community to take legal action to become a protected minority group. They have good chance of obtaining the same status as Gypsies and the LGBT people, campaigners say. Right? So I saw this headline and I thought, huh? But listen to this, right? It is so fantastic, right? So I'm going to read the story, and it's already got some mad lefties already tying their knickers in a bit here, not right? Hunters are preparing legal action which could see them become a protected minority group. The community has been advised by a leading barrister, no doubt a hunter, that they have a case to seek protected status, including that they could be considered an ethnic group as a result of their shared history, or that they hold protected beliefs. If established in law, it would mean the hunting events such as fundraising balls could not be cancelled as a result of pressure for animal welfare rights activists. Because it would be illegal, right? It would actually be illegal to stand against them. This is fantastic, right? I'm not saying, by the way, see the hunting? I don't know. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I know a load of lefties get really upset about it, right? But I would imagine using the correct circumstances, it's not just killing animals for fun, but, you know, for helping with issues with overpopulation, etc., then who am I, right? But this is going to melt some heads. I actually just hope this gets through for no other reason than the amount of crackpots it would upset. And then you go, well, hold on a minute. Let's play them at their own game. What else could we get protected minority status for, right? A number of groups, including Roma, Gypsies and travellers, and LGBT people, and beliefs including religion, pacifism, I can't say that, pacifism, and ethical veganism, already receive protections under equality laws. Why not the hunters, right? The campaign group Hunting Kind has received advice from a leading King's Counsel, which says that they have a high chance of success, and the group are now looking to test case this to take to court. Ed Wales, founder and chairman of the group, Ed Swales, I beg your pardon, Mr. Swales, he said, "We are doing this because hunting is not just a hobby, it's our way of life. And currently we're looking at the end of that way of life. This has been the only strategy that I've seen in the last 20 years to get the law that has been used against us to work in our favour. I have been advised that we meet the criteria for protected status, just like the traveller community or the LGBT community. In a legal opinion written for the hunters, a KC advised that they have a pathway to being considered as an ethnic group by dint of their long shared history, distinct customs and common ancestors." This is brilliant. Another option available to the group is to demonstrate a protected philosophical belief, the lawyers have said. So they've got two angles they can go at. In recent years, other beliefs which have established legal protections include gender-critical feminists, who urge that a person cannot change biological sex. I didn't realise that. There you go. So that means you can't actually say the words turf, because that's like, you're protected. It's interesting. In a test case in 2021, an appeal tribunal ruled in favour of Mayor Forstater and established the principle that gender-critical beliefs are and must be tolerated in a pluralist society. This is fantastic. Establishing protections under equality law would mean that people with pro-hunting views could not be discriminated against by employers or those providing services, including pubs and hotels. Fantastic. In recent years, there have been a number of cases of hunt fundraising balls being cancelled after pressure from saboteurs and of hunts being debanked or refused payment services. Right, so this is like, there was a famous case, I think it was in Northern Ireland, of a cake maker that refused to make a cake for a gay wedding, right? And it was like people on both sides of that argument saying, well, both have got to be protected, because they were saying it was on Christian beliefs. And the gay guys were saying, well, I think it was two gay guys actually, can't remember, doesn't matter. It was two, same-sex marriage. And they were saying, well, that's terrible because they're holding things against us because of our beliefs. But the people in the shop were saying, well, our beliefs are in Christianity, we don't recognise this type of marriage, so we ain't making a cake, right? So they're doing the same now. And saying, look, we've got these beliefs, it might be contrary to yours, but we're allowed our beliefs, so make us protected. I love this, right? And by the way, I genuinely don't. I'll get, oh, you're no nice to animals and all that. I'm not that bothered, right? I don't get it. I don't know what's good and bad, right? I think, you know, if somebody had loads of foxes, for example, in an area and they needed them gone, then go and get them. You know, provides a service. Maybe a bit inhumane way to kill them, but as a nice way. So I get it that, you know, hunting might be good, it might be bad. I'm not suggesting otherwise. I just think it's fantastic. Where did I get to? Last year, Wiltshire Police banned officers with links to hunting from joining its rural crime team after pressure from animal rights activists who objected to one of their officers, PC Cheryl Knight, who posted pictures of herself with the hunts on her Facebook page. See, that would all stop as well. The philosophical belief proposed by Hunting Kind includes that humanity has a responsibility of stewardship towards the countryside and for sustainable wildlife management. They also believe that natural and traditional hunting with animals for pest control and wildlife management is sustainable, ecologically sensitive, natural selective and humane. Any test case would not have any impact on the 2004 hunting ban brought in by Tony Blair. But it comes in a time when Labour is promising a further crackdown in hunting with a manifesto pledge to ban trail hunting. I don't really know what that is. The suggestion that hunting should be protected belief has already received criticism from animal rights activists, including BBC presenter Chris Packham. He asked his followers on X, formerly Twitter, what shall we call them? I'll go first. Barbaric savages. There you go, Chris. You get right out there far left. Mr. Swales said that the comments were yet another example of discrimination and prejudice that our community has experienced for decades. Fair point, Mr. Swales. To come from a high-profile media personality shows just how far in the wrong direction this toxic and prejudiced anti-hunting rhetoric has travelled. We do not and should not be expected to accept it, he told the Daily Telegraph. It is understood that lawyers have advised that the opposition faced by hunters from SABs and animal rights activists could work in their favour when seeking protection under equality laws. This is just so simple. In hindsight, when you look and you go, why did you not do this years ago? And again, I must stress, I ain't pro-hunt, I ain't anti-hunt. I ain't that. It's no, you know, if I sat down and wanted to study it for a few months and come up with a definitive yes or no, then I maybe do that. But right now, I'm no, you know, I'm no on either side of this argument. But what I do think is fantastic is the way they've actually turned this whole woke laws round. Bang, let's use that against them. And it then opens a whole Pandora's box if this test case goes through and gets accepted in a court. Because then how many other people who the woke hate, right, can then go, well, we need some of that protection because, you know, we've had the same. We've had events cancelled because of people don't like our opinions, and we've had events disrupted, and we've been called nasty names, and all these things. Think about it. Think outside the box. If this goes through, great, Pandora's box is opened, and we suddenly can have lots of people with probably, arguably, traditional British values that could end up claiming to be protected minorities. And I love it. Right? So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And by the way, see if you're in any group, and I can think of loads of them, I'll be sending you this video, guys. Some people I can think of right off the top of my head that could be having a bit of this, right? If you can think of any protected groups, or not protected now, but could fill these same criteria, spread the word, right? So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've not already done so, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. But most importantly of all, unless you're any of the cuddly woke that's going to get upset because the Groovy Gang is expanding and it ain't just your choice of who's in it, right? See if this sort of stuff upsets you, no you, but see everybody else. Have a great day. Cheery bye now.